The news, the Kenya Airports Authority has completed implementation of Covid-19 protocols at all major airports in the country to ensure safety of users when air travel resumes. Speaking during the tour of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Transport Cabinet Secretary James Macharia says the increased level of preparedness signals readiness by Kenyans to commence aviation services, with domestic air travel being given priority.
A report by the International Air Transport Association, IATA, estimates that the local airline industry will incur a 77 billion shillings revenue loss this year. IATA also said that 193,300 people working in the sector could lose their jobs, while the Kenyan economy stands to lose 169 billion shillings in contribution by the aviation sector.
If we open our economy and we have the aviation sector coming back to what it was before, you find in terms of tourism, which, as you know, employs 1.6 million people. If you look at the flower sector, which also employs a lot of people, it will grow as we open up the economy. Even normal business people.
Speaking during an inspection of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to inspect the measures put in place at the airport to ascertain the level of preparedness for resumption of passenger flight operations, Macharia said reopening of JKIA will spur growth in the regional financial capital of Nairobi, then continuously restart airports around the country.
Initially, we want to know whether we can fly within the country, Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret. And then the same protocols escalated to make sure that we can now fly international, because this is the trend globally, whereby people are flying now from one country to the other.
And I must say that personally I'm very happy to see what's been done at the airport. I think, barring a few things that the CS has mentioned, the airport is also ready to fly. So as soon as the President gives the go-ahead, we'll be ready to go. And I might add that from a Kenya Airways point of view, we all want to go as soon as possible. If we could fly tomorrow, we would fly tomorrow.
We are all worried that we have been grounded since March, and we are very anxious to take off. So we are waiting very, very anxiously to hear His Excellency, the President, announce the date for takeoff, both domestic and international.
On his part, the acting managing director for the Kenya Airports Authority, Alex Gitari, said that all its facilities have extraordinary measures put in place to ensure an adequate and reasonable number of passenger traffic can be handled.
We have made a lot of changes at the airports. As you can see where we stand, there are physical distancing markers scattered all over. We have installed more than 300 sanitization stations, and we continue to add more sanitization stations across the terminal buildings. The use of protective gear will be strongly enforced. So putting on face masks, use of gloves for our airport workers will also be strongly enforced.
The African Airlines Association, AFRA, said African carriers are staring at 858 billion shillings revenue loss this year due to COVID-19. Alan Nauko, Channel 1 Business.